Hello and welcome to Everything Happens for a Reason. This podcast is about the business side of creative jobs, because my whole career has been dedicated to both business development and creativity enhancement. My name is Lily Bonnet and you can find me on Instagram, LILI_BONNET_management. On the 15th of each month, I will interview an artist, a designer, or a person promoting and supporting creatives. We won't actually talk about a creative process, which is fascinating, but it's already been addressed in many different media. We will discuss how they manage, how they promote their work, how the magic operates behind the scenes. Some of them are clients of mine, others aren't yet. They all work in creative industries and do it well. I love who they are and what they do. Enjoy! Whether you're a designer, a brand, a journalist, or simply a design lover, Milan Design Week is definitely the place to be in April. This was my second Salone del Mobile, and I enjoyed it even more than last year because, well, I knew my way around the city a bit more, and I had more places to go to and more people to connect with. And this time, I also had the podcast in mind. I am glad to introduce you to the 4 wonderful persons I had the opportunity to briefly interview. Alberto Cavalli, Executive Director of the Michelangelo Foundation for Creativity and Craftsmanship, based in Geneva. Sarah Quan, Creative Director and co-founder of Villa Nomad, based in Zürich. Riccardo Fabbiati, Designer and founder of Monstrum Studio, based in Milan and Paris. And Chloé Nègre, Designer and founder of Studio Chloé Nègre, based in Paris. And I have to say that everything really does happen for a reason, because I completely let myself go with the flow when I was there. And when I bumped into Alberto Cavalli at Palazzo Litta, I hadn't actually planned to visit the Doppia Firma exhibition on that particular afternoon, and he was supposed to arrive there only a couple of hours later. The delightful coincidences that life drops here and then. The energy is really incredible and magical in Milan during the design week. Everyone plays the game, even just the little corner shop to the big companies to the luxury brands. Everyone plays and rolls with design. And as Alberto said, it really is the opportunity for everyone to challenge themselves, to create amazing experiences, and basically to go bigger, higher, and further every year. And I think we can say that a great example of this is Dimore Studio. I think they really steal the show each time, in a good way. I was completely blown away by the installation at Dimore Centrale. J'ai pris une claque esthétique, as I was saying to everyone afterwards. It was an immersive, magnificent and decadent, back in time, all in the details, very rich decor and scenography. And everyone agreed that it was their favorite of all. I also loved Gubi at Bagni Misteriosi. First of all, the location is amazing, and they have done a great setup. The Gubi team was very easy to talk to and really eager to know if we enjoyed it and if we had any questions. And basically, the whole thing was pretty well run. And then, of course, part of my top 3 was the Doppia Firma exhibition at Palazzo Litta, where I interviewed Alberto Cavalli. I was familiar with their concept of double signature, a dialogue between design and artisanal excellence, because India Medhavi already took part in it in 2018. And I really, really liked the way they placed the artisan, the maestro d'arte, at the same level as the designer. And how the pieces interact with the palazzo was pretty incredible too. It's like a conversation between the antique and the contemporary, which is actually what Milan is all about. And as each of my 4 guests summed it up pretty well in one word, Salone stands for Epiphanies, Collaborative, Solare, and Primavera. And how would I describe Salone 2023 in one word? I would say exhilarating. See you next year.
There you go. Okay. Ciao, Alberto.
Ciao, Lily.
How are you?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. We are in an amazing place, Palazzo Litta. Could you please tell us first who you are and what we're doing here?
My name is Alberto Cavalli. I am the Executive Director of the Michelangelo Foundation, a Geneva-based institution that champions fine craftsmanship all over the world and that organizes the biennial event Homo Faber in Venice. We are at Palazzo Litta in Milan during the Fuori Salone to present the 7th edition of our project Doppia Firma, which is a project that puts together designers and artisans to create one-of-a-kind pieces or small collections where the dialogue between design and craftsmanship is enhanced. We are at Palazzo Litta, as we were saying, which hosts the Milanese premises of the Ministry of Culture and the directions of the fine arts, but that has a beautiful history. It belonged to the very wealthy and important family of the Dukes Litta. It was their city palace. And when Milan was bombed in 1943, miraculously, this palace survived.
Wow.
Because the bombs only hit the main staircase. So this palace has maintained its original decorations from the 17th and 18th century.
Wow. And I actually love the fact that here, indeed, you can see, well, the walls, some of the tapestries are a bit scrapped, and I mean everything remains in its original state, and it's so magical because you can really feel the history of the place, and yet it still is kind of like modern in a way, and the way indeed the pieces dialogue with the place also, because you're talking about the dialogue between artisans and artists, but the location is so primary too.
It is, and it also invites us to think which kind of pieces could be properly set in here under such a majestic frescoed ceilings and stuccoed walls and mirrors. We thought, well, the Litta family had always been avant-garde. They always wanted to have the best that craftsmanship and art could produce. And we went to look for pieces that the Litta would have adored under the fil rouge of the playful. So playful is the theme that we chose for this edition of Doppia Firma.
Wow, okay, I love it. So, because it's always very hard to actually select people and places and pieces because it has to, liaise to your theme, and yet you still have to show, well, very established talents. You have Jaime Hayon, I mean, we've seen, and the sponsorship of Via Bizzuno. I mean, the pieces are amazing too. And yet you also have very, kind of new talents. I've seen pieces of Maximilien Pelé,
Yes.
or Pierre Gonalon is a bit, more famous and everything. But I love the fact that you also have this kind of mix of people. But how did you select them apart from the theme?
We select them according to the authenticity, the beauty, and the consistency of the project that they present. We foster dialogues that have to be respectful and authentic. We would like designers to come across artisanal techniques that they're not necessarily familiar with. And we would like artisans to be touched by the contemporary light of designers, so that their dialogue really brings to something more impactful. This is why we carry on a very careful selection, because if you want to present the public pieces that present the finest artisanal techniques and the most inspiring creativity, you cannot betray them, and you cannot betray yourself. And we do believe that all of the 24 couples that have been selected do represent this. On top, we have also invited a manufacturer like Bonacina to showcase a new collection that was developed for them by Francis Sultana. Once again, a collaboration between a gifted designer and an artisanal manufacturer.
Yeah, I can see that. And they look like they were actually coming out of the woods, these pieces. They're like,
Yes.
you're just like in the garden or everything, and still we're surrounded with books. I mean, I love the whole setting. So, and you were talking about like how you don't want to betray the public. I think this is very important indeed. And it's definitely, I think, one of the values of the Michelangelo Foundation. You really have integrity to yourself, I mean, to the foundation, to the public, to the artisans, to the artists, to everyone. You really have that depth of the message you want to convey.
Integrity is one of the key words for the master artisans. In a world full of things, how sustainable it is to still produce objects. We are at the Salone del Mobile, surrounded by magnificent, beautiful, interesting, thousands and thousands of objects. How sustainable is that? Well, we do believe that the work of the master artisans is extremely sustainable because they don't produce things destined to end up in a landfill and to be forgotten quickly. They produce goods. Goods that have a distinguishing trait that reflects a personal pride. Respecting, the territories, the techniques, the history, and the dreams of the clients that will possess them. And including a variety of price ranges also, because of course craft is expensive, but maybe less than you would think.
I agree, because of the sustainability, like you just said, because you keep them and you actually, you give them to your kids, then your grandkids and everything, and it's not something that you just throw away.
Exactly.
It remains forever. Yeah, completely agree. Oh, I love that. And why is it important for you to be a part of Salone del Mobile? Because you also have the event in Venice. So...
Because the Salone del Mobile is, and I think shall always be, the world's most important moment for creative people, companies, manufacturers, press, everybody to come with the expectations of seeing something new. So the expectations of the publish pushes everybody to give the best they can. And so there is a kind of a focus, a kind of an attention about what is presented that is impossible to replicate elsewhere. Even Homo Faber, which is still a very important international event, but it's something else. The Salone del Mobile is a place where design is celebrated. But design is a culturally conscious creative process. And in that process, we want to add the importance of craftsmanship.
Wow. You just said it all. When you're here, do you actually have time to go or,
Not so much.
Yeah, you don't.
Not so much, but I try because it's fundamental to see what the other players are proposing, the manufacturers, the designers, and to really breathe the spirit of the time. This is fundamental.
And I love the way you're saying that. It makes us, it's pushing everyone to always go bigger, higher, further.
Exactly.
And that's really great. And last question, how would you describe Salone 2023 in one word, in any language you want?
I would say epiphany.
Oh, wow.
Epiphany, because beauty becomes meaningful only if it can surprise you. So the Salone is a series of epiphanies, something you wouldn't expect that you find and that brings into your head a different and new idea connected with a sensation of beauty that you would not have imagined before.
Beautiful. Grazie mille.
Grazie mille. Thank you, Lily.
Thank you. Allora, buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
Hello, Sarah. How are you?
Hi, Lily. I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. So we are at Marchesi.
Sì.
This is an institution, and it's quite funny actually because you and I met a few years back in 2016 at La Durée in Geneva when it got opened because it was designed by India Medavi. And it's funny to be here together now because Marchesi is kind of like the local La Durée.
Exactly. It's true. And actually the
color
look and
scheme,
feel, is very similar. Also with this green velvet.
It's true. So could you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. First of all, thank you for having me today. I'm very happy to have breakfast with you and chatting in Milano. I'm Sarah Quan. I'm sorry, I'm always struggling with my name because I always want to say it in French, but then I'm like speaking English, so I'm taking the English accent.
It's fine.
I'm Sarah Quan. I'm based in Zürich, in Switzerland, and I'm a multi-hyphenate wearing many hats. Some people know me from the agency I'm running, from event experience, from connecting at art fairs and design salon or fashion week, and others via influence and all those marketing, social media marketing stuff.
Yeah. And basically you are here, well, because you love design.
Yes.
And so you've been coming here for 3 years regularly. Why do you come here apart from the design extravaganza? What are your objectives when you come to Salone del Mobile?
I mean, obviously it's for the Negroni Spagliato at Barbasso. Obviously. No. Yeah, I mean, we're running this creative agency, Villa Nomad, in Zürich, and we're specialized in brand experience and event. It's all about visual storytelling. So for us, coming to Milan is about being and seeing the latest innovation, visual stories, just getting inspired and connecting with designers and this whole world. It connects brands with the design world, and I think also being from Switzerland, we have quite great designers. We have an amazing school, ECAL in Lausanne, that's where I'm from as well. So we have a strong link with design. And it's just fun. I mean, people are just amazing.
I agree. And I know that you actually have a lot of appointments booked. And I think you're the only person I know who actually has a real agenda. Like, you have your schedule day by day. It's like, okay, I have this visit, I have a breakfast there. It's quite impressive, honestly. And so why do you have all these appointments? You don't like surprises, or is it just because you actually have so many, I don't know, network connections that really want you to come and see? Or tell us about your way of working here, basically.
Yeah, I mean, there is so much to see, and I think every time people were, what are you doing? What are you interested in? And I'm like, everything. Basically, I'm just very curious. So I receive a lot of invitation to see, and also I work with a lot of brands. So there is a lot of clients as well, or potential clients here that we either have worked or maybe want to work together, or we are very interested in finding collaboration and support. So it's all about meeting, connecting, and I think it's a personal interest. It's via my many hats, I receive invitation from different brands and different connection, and I'm just so curious that I just go for it.
It's great because I think the fact that you actually go every time, that you respond, positively to the invitation, I think it also contributes to your relationship, with each brand and all the people. So well done on that, because I know you do it really because you like it and you enjoy it, and probably because you're Swiss. This is so Swiss to actually go to appointments. But so I really love that about you, and because here it's only my second time in Milan, also, but it's basically okay. We'll see, go with the flow, but I like when I have a plan for the day, which was the case for me yesterday, and so it's great.
I mean, I think I'm the most spontaneous person ever, so it's funny that you're saying this, but I think for Milan there's so much to see, and it's so spread out through the city, so you need to be a bit organized to visit per region, and hopefully your meetings match and hopefully you can make it work. Otherwise, just take a city bike and stroll to the city.
I know. I think we also have kind of like FOMO here, And of course, we're missing out on something.
Yes.
I mean, you can't see everything.
It's
and
impossible.
it's quite funny because every time you run into someone, you're like, have you seen this? Have you seen it? Oh, you must go see that. That, no, I don't know. That was not that great. And so it also creates the buzz, throughout the week.
Yeah.
You can really get the vibe from what has to be seen. But it's like, there's no competition, honestly. There's a great spirit, great atmosphere and everything. But I mean, you quickly realize, you quickly notice the top three, it really comes out very quickly.
Yeah. And each year, I think they're quite consistent.
Yeah, I was
so
going to say
every year
quite the same. We're not going to drop any names.
No. Come see for yourself.
Voila, exactly. And we don't want to, be,
We don't rank. We appreciate everyone in their own way.
Exactly.
But I want to, because you just mentioned there's no competition and there's just an amazing vibe. And I think that's also something I think for someone who might have heard of Salone, I think it's really something specific to design Salone or Salone del Mobile. Because I've been to art fairs a lot. I love the art world and I love the fashion world too. So Fashion Week is another bubble. But I think with the design and the designers, there is something much more inclusive. There is something much more laid back, and people are really all about collaborative mindsets. And I think there is this sense of community that you don't find in other fairs, such as art or fashion. Not that I'm...
Even design weeks, in other cities.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah,
there is like something magical in Milan.
Magical, yeah.
And it's all about connecting, and people are just happy to hear what you're doing and maybe developing something for the next Salone.
And I find it interesting that I think it's actually even easier to meet people here than in Paris.
Yes.
I've actually met more, like French people from the design industry here than in Paris, because in Paris sometimes you have this kind of like chien de faïence, on se regarde, it's like
and you're in your own bubble, you know people, you know your area, and here
everyone's cool, everyone is so open, and you're just like, okay, let's do that. Oh, so who are you? Where? Blah blah. Oh, I love it. Oh, okay, you do that. Oh, great. Okay, let's meet up.
Exactly.
So I think it's really interesting indeed. And so one day, do you think you would work here? I mean, would you love to organize an event here, or do you want to keep it local in Switzerland? I mean, what's your plan?
No, I mean, I would love to organize something in Milan. I would definitely love us to go further, more international for sure. We're happy that we're already organizing events and working with clients for the whole Swiss market, so both in the French and in the German-speaking part of Switzerland. But of course, I think the international mindset and this international spirit is all we're thriving for. So definitely would love to come in Milan and organize events and see what we can do.
Do you want to say something more about your actual Villa Nomad and everything? Because maybe we don't understand exactly what you do. Because I think, you, like you said, you have multiple hats. It's like slasher, whatever.
Yeah,
but
people are confused.
Voila, maybe yourself too.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I do get confused.
But I would really like to pinpoint how, you can produce events, but you actually think the event before. It's strategic, it's production, it's content,
everything.
It's everything, right? PR, it's everything.
Yeah, so the agency Villa Nomad, we are a creative communication agency, and we specialize in storytelling and brand experiences. So we do work with incredible brands such as Samsung or Miele or Adidas for the Swiss market, also Bumble. We love anything that we can create stories and share our clients' stories through experiences. We focus mostly with PR and content creators, ambassadors, because I'm coming also from this scene. It's been 10 years that I started my own blog in Switzerland.
Do you still have your blog?
I mean,
You don't have the time,
nowadays,
right?
nobody wants to read blog anyway. So I still have my Instagram
exists,
page.
but yeah, well.
I'm still out there and collaborating with brands that I really, truly love. I consider myself more as a friend of the brand now rather than a proper content creator. And yeah, so we do all those kind of services around communication and storytelling. And then at the same time, we open a physical space in the heart of Zürich, the VN residency, which is the residency of Villa Nomad, the agency. And it's a co-working space. It's a versatile space. It's old brickstone. For me, it reminds me of New York.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I used to be in New York, so it's a special, it's a very unique place in Zurich, especially in Switzerland. We don't have those huge loft-style industry in the city center. And we do events. We are building a community of creatives there. It's a living showroom for our partners, so we have furnished.
I love it because it's very, I mean, you can, yeah, exactly. It's it can look completely different from one experience to the other.
Yes,
exactly.
From one day we had
that.
an evening screening, and the next day we have a massive event with a brand event, and we build walls. So it's really like versatile, but also we love the challenge. So whatever we can turn the place completely differently, we're gonna do it, and we have fun. So
that's really cool. Well done on the business model, because really it's like,
thank you so much.
You basically built what you guys wanted to do. I mean, it's very organic as well.
Yeah,
it's just growing as it goes.
Yes.
And no, it's very inspiring. So I think it's and it's great to see something like that in Zurich.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not a city that it's not massive, but creatively it is very strong.
Yes.
There is a lot of creatives,
talents.
Exactly. So I think it's really good that you're doing something there and not necessarily in New York or Paris. You know, I think it's very nice also.
Yeah, I mean, it was important for me. I mean, I left for New York, and it was important for me to come back to Switzerland. I'm from Switzerland.
Yeah.
And it was important to actually do something, move the needle in Switzerland.
Yeah.
Because also there is more opportunities, because we're not a market as saturated as other big cities.
Clever.
But basically I think the space represents what I do on a bigger scale and on more physical. So I'm connecting brands with talents, with anyone creative, and connecting the dots together. And I think the space is.
Tell me about connecting the dots.
It was, oh my God, that was meant to be. I didn't even try it.
But I love it.
And then the space is just the representation of this community building and connecting.
Cool.
Yeah.
My last question. I love words, you know.
Yes.
And
pressure.
I would like you to give me basically one word to describe Salone 2023. It can be in any language. Just like, bam, what comes to your mind when you think about this edition right now?
Oh, that's so hard. Okay,
and
one
don't say
word.
Barbasso, because this is every year.
And it's two words.
It's 2 words.
I would say collaborative. It's really, collaborative. For me, it's everything. It's just everything. Bringing people are open, people want to share, want to know about,
Nice.
Yeah.
Great. Grazie mille.
Prego. No, but thank you so much.
Ciao. Allora. Buongiorno, Riccardo.
Buongiorno, Lily.
Can you please introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. I'm Riccardo Fabbiati. I'm an interior architect, designer, set designer. I live between Milan and Paris. I'm the creative director of Monstrum Studio. That is my personal brand nowadays that presents today his first collection in Milan, and like the studio, like me, the studio is based between Milan and Paris.
Okay,
as well.
great. So right now we are at Alcova. It's in. It used to be the not meat market, but
Abattoir,
abattoir. I can't remember
Yeah.
how we say that in English, but
Butcher House. I
Voilà,
think.
Butcher House. It's an amazing space. It's huge. We are outside. There's plenty of people walking around. It's a beautiful day in Milano. And I just saw your work. So you have an installation. I would love you to tell us quickly how it's called, what it is about, and especially why you chose to be here at Alcova.
Sure. My installation is called Solar Flare Sunset. As the name says, the idea was to recreate in a room that Alcova gently gave to me a sort of eternal sunset. This sunset in my interpretation was caused by a solar flare that actually are those explosions that happens on the sun that can hit the surface of our planet, or better, the atmosphere. And I decided to give a sort of aesthetical interpretation of this with exactly an eternal sunset. So like covering all the room in an orange light in order to enhance my pieces that are like in black with super minimal shape. So maybe we have the time to do that. I decided to come to Alcova, and I would like to thank you, Alcova, for choosing me as well to give me this opportunity. I decided to come to Alcova because I feel that nowadays is one of the main incubators during the Salone. I came here before for visiting, for discovering also new designs and new designers that were also sources of inspirations for me. And I love the idea Alcova make people discover, so use the Salone not only to show the design of young designers, but also to discover new spaces in the city. As you were saying, we are now in the old Butcher House, the abattoir, and I also felt a connection with this place because it's quite mixed. As you can see, there is a mix of old villas and also huge spaces, and this remembered me a sort of ruins, but from a future.
Oh my God!
Moment.
It is exactly. It ruins from the future. I totally agree. And sometimes I even feel like I'm in Berlin.
Exactly.
There's a mix. It doesn't feel like Milano, yet it is. But I totally understand what you're saying. And so your space, I think, is really interesting. So it's very tiny. It's a tiny room, but it's immersive. And I know you like that. And probably because also of your previous experience. When you worked at Bureau Betac, you worked with Dimore and India Medavi. That's how we met a few years ago. But I think you have that sense of exhibition, that sense of showing. And when I saw all your photos, all the documents and everything, I thought, wow, I love your press kit. I think it's very interesting how deep you went. It's very elaborate. You really chose, the font, everything, the graphics, and I love that because I think designing is not only about, designing a piece, an object, whatever. No, it's the whole concept, and it is how to show it and how to sell it, because obviously, we're here also to try to sell it. And I think you've had quite a few connections with interior designers who are maybe interested in putting your pieces in their own projects now.
Exactly. That's what we are. I have already, I think, a good network of interior designers from places where I already have been. I already worked, and also other. Working in the architecture is super interesting because you create a lot of connection, and I was lucky to work, as you were saying, not only in architecture but also in collateral, I would say, firms, like as you mentioned, Bureau Betac, so work in fashion for set design for huge fashion shows, and then working in an art gallery like Carpenter Workshop Gallery. So this between Milan and Paris, so moving a lot, this helped me creating a huge network of colleagues, but also of friends that nowadays are my main. They give me the energy also to continue because I'm starting, so it's super interesting to see also how people are interested. They are supporting me in a friendly way, but also really in terms of buying my pieces and trying to put my pieces in their project.
Because they like it, not just because they're your friends, you know.
No, of course. No. I know the people I mentioned are my friends. They are also super good architects. So I think our friendship is also based on. Sort of, I will say, respect, mutual respect, exactly. And I'm sure that that's why I like how they look at my work, because I know there are people with a certain taste, high taste, and a specific one as well. So I'm super happy to see that it's something that actually it's possible to make in terms really of business. That's what we are talking about today.
So how did you make the decision of actually doing something here in Milano? Because I mean, so you live mainly in Paris, but what made you really take the make the decision to actually go, okay, I'm gonna go to Milano? Well, we all know that Design Week in Milano, Salone del Mobile, I mean, I think it is the reference in the world. Absolutely. Right? So that's why you chose.
That's absolutely how we chose that, but it's also a personal thing because I come from Milan.
It's home.
So yeah, it's home. It's I know I have a network, but I know what's going on. I know how it works because since I was a student in architecture school, I used to go around, so I know the spaces. Alcova, it's a beautiful occasion. So and. Also, it's a question of need. After 2 years, I developed my collection. I felt the urge in November to, as I know, I had now 6 pieces ready. I think it's a good number to say, okay, this is the beginning of a real collection. So I feel strong enough to show, and also, as you were telling before about graphics, for me, it's important. 6 pieces was the minimum to start really. Actually explain a story. That is what I want to do, is what I like to do. That is not only like selling pieces, but it's to create a story to sell, but because also it's super important also for my previous experience. I see that storytelling, telling a story that is your story, your personal story that must be unique, is the best way to let people know you, your products, and appreciate and connect with your products, and then hopefully
and have people connect with them, actually, because it's exactly what I felt earlier when. So one of your pieces, it's a lamp, and I mean, I think you'll probably describe it better than me, but it basically has chains coming down from it, and it's like jewels, basically. It's very like haute joaillerie. And when you touch the chains, well, it gave me goosebumps, really. It was very sensual, you know. There's something very sensitive about everything, and, you know, all the senses. And then it changes, it's like a dime, it changes the light, and I just love that. And it's beyond the concept, there is actually, and beyond beauty, there is actually a function. So because design is always, combining form and function. So I really enjoyed it, and I thought, okay, that's good. And I can feel your sense of fashion in all your pieces too. I come from fashion as well, so I love that. And I'm like, okay, that's really interesting how you combine it. And it's not just, c'est pas gratuit, c'est pas un acte gratuit. It's really about, okay, every single detail you explained to me had a purpose about arousing your senses, basically. I love that.
Thank you. And exactly, I think that it's not only mental concept. There is this one because it's essential for the project. I think good design and for making good design is also about sensation. You have to be sensitive. You have to engage with sensibility of people, and I'm super happy when people, without sometimes explaining the things, but tell me, there is sort of sensuality in your pieces. That's actually what I'm looking for. I try, even my design is quite strict, maybe rigid somehow, maybe sharp. I always try to add details and add interaction in a way that the final feeling could be related to sensuality, not sexiness, not sex, but really this tension between something that is rigid but is reflecting, but is smooth. And tension for me is what I really search. That's also why I decided to use the name Monstrum for my collection of my studio, because Monstrum, the name itself in the origins, it's a Greek name, means not really something that is that means monster in Greek and in Latin actually. It doesn't mean really something bad or something horrible. It means something different.
Extraordinary,
exactly. That could be also bad, like could be also not beautiful,
but
ordinary. And what is out of the ordinary brings you, there is a first clash that brings you try to understand, and this clash between what you're feeling first and what you discover after, the feeling, the pushing that brings you want to discover more, even with a little bit of discomfort, let's say. That's the moment, I think, when I want to enter and make people feel my pieces.
So how do you think you're going to relate to that name in 10 years' time?
I already chose that name because I already thought I was already thinking in 10 years' time.
Okay,
it
great.
means that I feel that my project in 10 years will not be only about me. Now it's about me because I'm the founder. The creativity comes from me, but I really would love to create something above me, with me, but also with other people. And I would love to have the occasion in the future to bring talents in this Monstrum studio.
Yeah, you have the vision.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope the vision will come true. But right now for my pieces, it came true. But the vision for me is to create something that is personal in a way, but also with other people. And I don't want to be not forced alone, but it's not all about me.
Okay,
It's about something else that is Monstrum.
And that's why you didn't want to use your own name.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, good.
Exactly.
I love that. I always love to go through all this naming and branding questions because I think they are so fundamental to the practice and to how you present yourself and your work to the world. So I think it's really interesting. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And obviously you're going to come next year. I mean, you've been in Milan every year. So what would you? Have you already planned next year?
Not yet, actually.
Okay.
No, I am eager to know what will come from this Salone. But yeah, for sure, the objective is to come back. Maybe I would love to maybe have the occasion to start a collaboration with a brand or maybe with a studio, with a gallery that maybe I will see or I already met here in Alcova, and so I would love again to start a collaboration and or either continue again present some pieces.
Something different.
Yeah.
Cool. And my last question is going to be because I love words and I know you do too. How would you describe Salone 2023 in one word, in any language you want?
Oh, wow. That's a tough question.
You're Italian, so obviously I would love an Italian word, but...
Solare.
Solare, obviously.
Solare. I will say sunny. Now it's sunny. It's also related to my exhibition. But yeah, it's a changement. Like sun, it's not only something like... I don't feel it's something like only related to spring or beauty. It's something. It's the beginning of something. It's an explosion. So I feel like this Salone after a few years that it was not sure. It was September, June. This is real first Salone as a tradition commands. As April, and I think it's the best period of always. And I feel really the vibe. Asia also opens the doors, so we are open to Asia. There are a lot of Asians here, Asian market, US.
True.
So I think it's lot of speranza, I would say as well.
Great. Oh, grazie mille.
Thank you, Lily. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Buongiorno, Chloé.
Buongiorno, Lily.
How are you?
Fine.
So we are at the tennis club Milano, Alberto Bonacossa. We have just enjoyed an amazing lunch with We Are Ona. And we are sitting on the grass in front of the tennis court. So we're probably going to hear the guys playing. This is really Milano spirit, I think. And I wanted to talk with you briefly about why you are in Milano, because you have an event here. You're showing something, some furniture. And so I would love for you to explain why you're here, and especially that usually you come by yourself, I think, but this year you're here with the team. So please tell us more about you, what you do, and why you're here.
Yeah, well, I didn't come to Milano to play tennis, for sure. But yes, this year I came with my precious team, and we are presenting a capsule collection with Pinton, the carpet manufacturer company. It's a small collection that we did and that we call Sera di Primavera a Milano.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, we love it too.
Yeah.
And we really wanted to have like an Italian spirit about it. So basically, we selected some of our best iconic furniture pieces, and we switch and change them a little bit with the new finishes to match to a Milanese spirit.
Actually, it is, because the print you have chosen for the matcha armchair is very rich. It's like you have that bit of Milanese extravaganza, but it's also very French. It's all the savoir-faire from Pinton.
Yes, the fabric, the print, we designed it for this special event. And yes, we worked with Pinton. It's a company of Jacquard Textile. So we worked with them, and we choose a very classical verdure pattern, and we twisted it in a dark blue midnight colors, and we add a little bit of fantasy, which is a flower pattern on it.
Yeah, so it's like a double print, basically. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very
really
rich.
Yeah, very rich. I love it. And what does it change for you to be presenting? I mean, having like a showcase, it's the first time, so it's quite major.
Yeah, it's very different because usually I was always coming to Milan to visit and have fun and see some friends, and it was a lot of fun. Now we are working here and having fun, which always. But it's very challenging, and it's a way to see many people coming also to visit us from my past, that I've been working with before and coming to visit these days. So it's quite different, but very interesting. A lot of connections. Yeah.
That's great. And also it's quite different for you to be coming with your team. I mean, it's I know it's very interesting. Well, when you're on your own, you have your own program, you're out and about and everything. Here, well, you're in charge, first of all. And also, I know that there's like a very deep team spirit, and I think it probably gives you a real boost for you too.
Yes, sure. It's actually we are here to show our pieces of furniture, but we are also here to visit Salone and to find some inspiration and some products to source for our architectural projects. So basically, I'm here with my two partners to become. Audrey, who is my business partner. So she's really focused on what we are doing about the furniture and our collaboration with Pinton and what we are showing here, and also with Madly, who is more creative partner. And Madly is here to feel Milano, to see all the exhibitions, to source some products for our architectural projects. So it's really how to say?
Say it in French.
Intense.
Yeah, pretty intense. It's true. It's true. It actually is intense for everyone. Yeah. But I think it's so nice of you to be, well, traveling with the team, because it also gives a real, well, it federates, you know, and I know it's something that's really important to you, because I've been...
Yeah, and what best than a Milanese aperitivo to federate a team?
And a spritz. Voila, exactly. No, it's great. I love the way you do it. I mean, it's like obviously a lot of fun, because it's always about doing things seriously, but without being too serious ourselves, you know?
Yeah.
And that's really nice. And have you...
As I say, it's doing things in French.
Ouais.
Faire les choses sérieusement sans se prendre au sérieux.
Voilà, exactement. And that's exactly what you do. And that's so Milano spirit too. I know that everybody here feels something. There's no pressure when we're here. It's pretty laid back, and yet it's so professional. You were telling me that you went to La Foire, to Fiera.
Yes.
And that you were quite impressed by how the industrials, because it's really all about the furniture design industries, and how sophisticated they all are. It's family-run businesses. And
yeah, I think it's a mix of sophistication and relax.
And, voilà, far niente.
Yeah, far niente. To me, it's
perfection.
Italy.
Ouais.
It's a definition of Italy.
Totally.
Yeah, I love it.
And maybe we should probably also get inspired by that in terms of how we run things, how we present ourselves, especially when, well, showing products, your brand, you know, like the way they do it is very pro and very chic.
Yeah, but also with a little bit of fantasy, as we say in French. You can be both.
Yeah.
You can have sophistication and a little bit of craziness.
I agree. I completely agree. Yeah. Great. And you were saying that it's furniture, so you're used to designing your own furniture for the interior design projects that you do at the studio, because Studio Chloé Nègre, you're the founder. You founded it in 2015, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's been, 8 years already.
8 years.
Well done, yeah. And, I think this furniture step for you is something quite important. We're not going to say too much about it yet, but I think it's very... it's a new step for you, right? To be showing here in Milano.
Yes, absolutely. We've always been designing some furniture for our projects, and we love it. But since a few months, years now, we are doing designing furniture for I don't know, not for fun, but for pleasure and for furniture itself. And it's a very different way to do this. So yes, this year we are trying to focus and develop this project.
Great.
Yeah. We have a lot of things going on,
a lot of projects.
Yeah, a lot of projects.
Yeah,
so I'm sure you will know about it very soon.
That's amazing, honestly. Yeah. And have you noticed that, or maybe is it too soon for you to realize it, but having your name on the door here, Has it changed, you think, the perception from people you know and like clients maybe or journalists? Have you seen any kind of like reaction on that, or is it too soon to get that feel?
I don't know about others' feelings, but it's always hard to say. But I must say that when Madly sent me the pictures of our name, well, I say our name, but it's my
yours,
name.
But it's the studio.
Yeah, it's the studio. So for me, it's our name. I was like, wow. We're in Milano.
Ça le fait.
Ouais, c'est ça. But we'll see now. The fair started yesterday, and we have a few days left. So I'm sure we'll have many very interesting meetings and feedbacks.
And is it a bit tricky for you to find the balance between being here to show your work and being here to, well, get inspired, see everything? I mean, because that's what you've been doing, every year, coming here very regularly.
Yeah.
And I mean, when we're in Milano, we can't see everything. There is so much going on. So how do you find that balance of working, to show your work, and yet also being around and seeing as much as possible?
Let's talk about it at the end of the week, because I really wanted to go to the Fiera, just so I blocked half a day yesterday to go and visit, because we, as I say, we design a lot of furniture for our projects, but we always have to source some lights, for example. So this year is
you are
Luce.
prescriptors.
Yeah, we are prescriptors too. So this year is Luce. So we just went to the Fiera and say, okay, let's see all the 4 halls dedicated to lights, and we did it. So now this part of the job is done. And I'll try to see and visit nice palazzos. And so for now, I'm trying to check on Instagram where are the best places to visit, and then I'll do them, I don't know, between 2 meetings and try to...
I quite like what you said. Exactly. It's like, okay, I'm not focusing on the actual brands, because, I mean, we know all of them, but really more of the location, because it's Milano, and it's quite, I mean, it's so, there's so many places, so many palazzos, and like yesterday I went to that amazing place, Bagni Misteriosi, and it was for the showcase Gubi, which is great. They did amazing setup, but above that, it's the place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, to me, this is Design Week. It gives you access to incredible places that are closed all the year. So it's the kind of opportunity that you're looking for.
Yeah, I love that. Great advice. Thank you. And now, to conclude, I would like you to try to define Salone 2023 in one word, in any language you like.
As we are now sitting in the grass
with pâquerettes,
I would say primavera. Also it's the name of the collection we're presenting, but to me, the Design Week in Milan is really about spring and the energy of spring that you can feel, and you're coming here and you're going out having drinks outside, so it's like a fresh start, and I love this spirit.
Great.
This feeling.
Grazie mille.
Grazie Lily.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Thank you for listening. I do hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to share, to spread the love, granted with 5 stars on Apple Podcast, and post your comments on your favorite platform or on Instagram. Stay tuned for the next episode, a new guest on the 15th of each month, a bonus or a solo once in a while. And until then, keep in mind that everything happens for a reason.